Hey guys, it's Allie. Welcome to another Time Travel Tuesday, where we combine tingles and nostalgia as decided by you. Before I begin, I just want to say that if you're sensing a certain quiet rage about me today, it's because this is the third attempt I've made at shooting this video. The first time, I got all the way through it, I felt great about it, and then realized way later that I had never turned on my microphone. So, I'm just gonna deal with that. Anyway, so on the last Time Travel Tuesday, I let you guys know that the vote for this week was just a regular vote, no theme or anything, and there was a resounding outcry for Dragon Ball Z. So that's what I'm going to be covering today. And with me to help me inform and relax you guys, I have some really cool things that were lent to me by a good friend. Here's one of them. I have an entire pile right here of just Dragon Ball Z action figures. A bunch of them. And my friend was kind and generous enough to lend me these for my video. So I'm going to be sharing these with you and telling you everything that I know about Dragon Ball Z, which isn't a lot, but I'll do my best. Before I get started on that, though, just a couple quick little announcements, I guess. As you may have realized in the past few seconds, this is not my normal setup. No, I haven't moved into my new place just yet. Many of you know that I'm in the middle of a move. This isn't the new apartment, but this is somewhere that I'm staying temporarily until my new place is ready. And luckily, it's a place that I'm able to shoot. So I'm going to be here for the next couple of videos, and once I am finally into the new apartment and I'm settled, I'll let you guys know and maybe even give you a quick little look around of at least the new studio space. So on top of that, I also want to let you know that next week's vote is going to be another themed vote. What I want from you guys for next week's vote is to tell me or vote for your favorite nostalgic fashion trend. So, examples of that could be jelly sandals, which I loved, or those really big baggy Jinkos pants. I think that's what they were called. So any example of a fashion trend that has died and gone to fashion trend heaven. As an added bonus, on next week's video, I've decided that whatever the winning fashion trend is, I'm going to choose a popular hairstyle from that time period and just completely wow you guys with my 80s hair, or my 90s hair, or even my 70s hair. So that's going to be kind of fun, maybe. It might be ridiculous. Yeah, so don't forget to vote in the comments below your favorite nostalgic fashion trend. And now, let's get started with Dragon Ball Z. Oh, I forgot to mention also, I will be doing just a little bit of ear to ear whispering throughout the video. Okay. Now I think, and I'll preface this whole video by saying that you guys are going to have to be forgiving with me when I'm not able to tell some of these action figures apart. Because I have a really hard time determining the difference between Goku and Gohan and Goten and some of the other ones. They all kind of look alike to me because I never really watched the show. So feel free to correct me in the comments because I will probably need to be corrected on some things. But I'm 90% certain that this is Goku, I think. Okay, so Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is an anime television show that was produced by, I think it's called Toei Animation, and it was created by a man named Akira Toriyama. And the show ran from April 25th, 1989, all the way through January 31st of 1996. That's a long time. And Dragon Ball Z is the sequel to the Dragon Ball anime. And it's based off of the, I believe, the final 26 volumes of the Dragon Ball manga. I've made the mistake of saying manga before, and I've been corrected on that in the past. So now I know to just say manga. I never really got into anime or manga growing up. Although I am a fan of a lot of the Miyazaki films. Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle, I think, is my favorite. Castle in the Sky, Princess Mononoke. I like all those a lot. They're really beautiful. But that's the extent of my anime knowledge, I guess. So yeah, Dragon Ball Z follows the adventures of Goku and other people, his friends and his family, and as he just sort of defends the world from many sinister evils. Now, Dragon Ball, I believe, followed Goku when he was a child and then into his adulthood, whereas Dragon Ball Z just sort of continues on into his adult life. But it also follows the adventures of Goku's son, Gohan, or Gohan. I think it's Gohan. I'm gonna stick with that. As he grows and matures. And yeah, there's a lot of, basically just a lot of fighting. The show's pretty heavily based on combat. And Goku is a sort of a warrior, and so is pretty much everybody else. Not everybody, but most of the characters. So, some other names that were considered before they chose Dragon Ball Z as the name for the show Dragon Ball Gohan's Big Adventure. New Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball 2. Dragon Ball Wonder Boy. And Dragon Ball 90. But Akira Toriyama went with Dragon Ball Z because he wanted to indicate that the show would be, I guess, over at that point. Because he was running out of ideas, I think. Apparently. He was running out of ideas for the show. And Z is the last letter of the alphabet. So I wanted to use that to indicate that it was the last installment, I guess. I don't know if that's definitely true. It might have just been an internet rumor. But I read it. This is, I think, another Goku. I think this is Goku in his Super Saiyan form. I think. So, when the show began being marketed in the United States, the distribution company known as Funimation, along with a production company whose name I don't know how to pronounce. I think it's either Saban or Saban. I'm gonna go with Saban because I like it. But anyway, those two companies were responsible for making a lot of changes to the show in an effort to censor the show a little bit. Or kind of a lot, actually. In order to make it more marketable to young children in the US. And some examples of some of the changes that were made are really interesting. Instead of, well, at any point in the show where a character was killed or death was referenced at all, they changed death to basically going to another dimension. And they wouldn't mention death. Another example was there was a character that went by the name Mr. Satan. And if I'm not mistaken, he actually was not a bad guy. I think he was a pretty good guy. Decent character. But that was his name for some reason. And they changed his name to appeal to Western audiences a little bit. They changed his name to Hercule, I think. Oftentimes, when the anime was running, Akira Toriyama was still busy writing the manga. And the anime couldn't run ahead of the manga in the storyline. So that resulted in a lot full episodes sometimes would be just filler episodes, but also to fill time a little bit, they would even add in some extra attacks during some of the fighting scenes, which I don't know about you, but when I watched a little bit of Dragon Ball Z, I wasn't surprised to find that some of that was filler. I'm just saying. One really funny example that I found of trying to fill time was at some point in the story, the character who I have over here, the character named Frieza, set up a planet to explode, to blow up. And I'm going to try and say this right. I think it's called Planet Namek. Anyway, he set it up to explode in 5 minutes. And then a battle ensued. And that battle apparently lasted over 5 episodes. So, I think it's safe to say some of that was filler. I think this little vest thing comes off. Ah, it does. Muscular. Okay. So, a lot of times, one actor would play more than one role, voice more than one character, which I think happens a lot in cartoons. But in this one, a man named, I think it's Masaka Nozawa, maybe, was the voice of Goku, Gohan, and Goten, all three. Which, for people like me, isn't going to make it any easier to tell them apart, I'm just saying. Although I think in the actual anime, if you're watching it, you can tell the characters apart better, because they're probably varying heights. Among other traits that they have that set them apart. Anyway. So one thing that I found really interesting is that a lot of, I think pretty much all of the characters' names are based off of just regular words. And a lot of them are kind of like puns on regular words. And my favorite example is that the Saiyans, that race of characters, are all named after vegetables. So, I'll give you some examples. There's Vegeta, which of course sounds like vegetable, kind of. And then Goku's Saiyan name, because Goku was born Saiyan. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's meant to sound like carrot, I think. It's either pronounced Kakarot or Kakarot. I'm not sure. Let me know. And then there's Brawly, which of course sounds a lot like broccoli. And then Goku's Saiyan brother, I think. His name is Raditz, which sounds like radish. There is a race known as, I think, the Namekians. I think that's how you say it. And a lot of their names are these action figures with you and tell you a little, just a tiny bio of each character that I have here, the best I can. So I'll start with Goku. I have 3 Gokus. I think they're all Goku. And if I'm not mistaken, this is regular Goku. This is Super Saiyan Goku, and this is like Super Saiyan 3, I think. Like, this is dead Goku. I think this is what he looks like when he's dead, because he dies several times, I think. So, here's lots of Gokus. Now, Goku was born, he's not human. He was born on, I don't know their planet's name, but the Saiyan race. That's who he was born as. When he was a baby, he was sent to Earth, I believe, to destroy the planet. And they considered Earth to be, and humankind to be, such a weak planet and species that even just a Saiyan infant could wipe it out. I don't know if they wanted to destroy the Earth or just wipe out everything on it. Anyway, that's what he was sent to do when he was a baby, but he had an accident. He hit his head and sustained an injury and forgot all about the mission. And he went on to become Earth's greatest protector. And his personality is courageous and cheerful, and at times a little bit naive. But he trains very hard, trying to become a great warrior and to maintain and uphold peace on Earth. So that's Goku. Okay, next, what do we have? Oh, this is I think Gohan, and I don't know very much about him except that he's Goku's son. He's like a little bitty Goku. That's all I really know about him. I know that his arms move like this. Okay, I like this guy. This is Piccolo. He's cool. He is a Namekian, if I'm saying that right. He has a little turban on. And, so he was actually a villain in Dragon Ball. He was, like, big time enemies with Goku. But in Dragon Ball Z, he becomes a protagonist and teams up with Goku, I think. And he's very wise and strategic. And he also ends up becoming very close with Goku's son, Gohan, when he becomes Gohan's trainer. this little cape thing that he wears, but it doesn't really want to stay on properly. Let me try. Here he is. Next, we have, what do I want to do? Oh, Vegeta. Now, Vegeta is Goku's arch rival. I'm pretty sure these are both Vegeta. This is just like Super Saiyan Vegeta. Now, this character, I think, from what I understand, he goes through a lot of character development throughout the show. He used to be kind of ruthless and really evil and cold-blooded. But then he, I think, eventually joins up with Goku also and shows his good side, maybe, I think. That's Frieza. I mean, Vegeta. Frieza's next. Vegeta. This is Frieza. I think I like him the best of the villains so far, from what I know. At least I like how he looks. This is an interesting character, or an interesting character design, because apparently Akira Toriyama designed Frieza to look like what he used to imagine monsters, a combination of monsters, looked like when he was a kid. That's interesting. And so yeah, he's really evil. He's very powerful. Sort of a powerful overlord, galactic overlord. And he is involved in the Planet Trade Organization, I believe. Yeah, he's bad guy. I think in the anime he's got black lips, from what I remember, but he doesn't right here. He didn't do it. Next up, we have Brawly. Brawly's power is maximum. Yeah, he's super powerful. He's essentially a psychopath, I think, and he really hates Goku. One reason being that when they were both babies, because he's a Saiyan also, so when they were both babies, Goku was constantly crying, and it would drive Brawly crazy. And, yeah, so he really hates Goku, and it's very hard to control. kind of nuts. Kind of sadistic, I think. Next we have a character named Trunks. And I don't know a lot about Trunks either. I'm pretty sure these two little guys are both Trunks. The only thing that I know is that he is half human and half Saiyan. And he's the son of Vegeta and Bulma, I think is her name. And he is the best friend of... Is it Gohan? No, Goten. He's Goten's best friend. And I guess this is just him in his Super Saiyan form. So yeah, Trunks. Sound was just me rubbing their spiky hair together. Okay. Next we have this guy. His name is Cell, I think. And I don't know too much about him either, except that he was a creation of a character named, I think his name is Dr. Gero, or Gero. And he's a supervillain. He was created to be the perfect warrior. He was created using cells from lots of different people, including Goku, Piccolo, Vegeta, Frieza, and some other people, I think. And my friend who lent me these told me that this little guy, whose name I don't know, kind of like came out of Cell. Like he pooped him out or something. I don't know. That's kind of weird. But they kind of look alike. See? Yeah, it's pretty weird. the last figure I have. Oh, he's not the last one, he's second to last. It's this guy. And I think that his name is Android 16. And what I know about him is really interesting. He was also created by Dr. Caro, or however it's pronounced. And he was created to destroy Goku, but he was never activated. And he is very, very tall. And he loves nature. And he really just loves planet Earth in general. Nature, birds, and trees, and everything. This is an interesting character. Now these last figures are just really little bitty tiny miniature ones that I just am not even gonna try to identify. I can't tell these guys apart. But they're little. And I like little things. They're cute. There we go. There's another one, I think. There's all these little ones, and then this semi-little one. And I just don't know who they are. I'm not even gonna try. Here. Okay, guys. Well, that is it for Dragon Ball Z and Time Travel Tuesday for today. I hope that you found it relaxing and informative. And interesting. Don't forget to cast your votes in the comments below for your favorite nostalgic fashion trend. And of course, I'll be doing a fun, popular hairstyle from that time period. Whichever time period has the winning fashion trend. until then, sweet dreams, time travelers. This is a really cute and slightly careworn ceramic